Across the world, governments are waking up to a reality that feels increasingly uncertain. Powerful nations are monitoring military activity across multiple regions. Satellite images, intelligence reports, and diplomatic signals are being examined in real time. For many analysts, the global balance of power appears to be shifting once again. Tensions that once seemed distant are now beginning to move closer to direct confrontation. Military bases across the United States remain constantly prepared for sudden escalation. Advanced aircraft and highly trained pilots are always ready to respond within minutes. But recent developments have pushed military readiness to a higher level. Strategic assets are being repositioned and air patrols have increased in key regions. Behind these movements lies a growing concern shared by many defense officials. Israel has long existed in a region defined by security challenges. Its military doctrine focuses on rapid response and overwhelming defensive strength. Over the years, Israel has developed some of the most advanced defense systems on Earth. Yet the situation unfolding today carries a different kind of uncertainty. The balance between deterrence and escalation is becoming increasingly fragile. Iran has spent decades building its military capabilities under pressure from international sanctions. Despite economic challenges, its strategic programs have continued to evolve. Missile systems, drone technology, and regional alliances now form the backbone of its defense strategy. Iranian leadership insists these systems are meant to prevent foreign aggression. But many global observers see them as part of a much larger geopolitical struggle. Far from land, naval fleets represent one of the most powerful instruments of modern military strategy. Aircraft carriers can move thousands of miles while carrying entire air forces with them. These floating bases allow nations to project military power almost anywhere on Earth. In times of rising tension, their movements are carefully watched by both allies and rivals. Recently, several fleets have quietly shifted closer to strategic waters. The Middle East has long been one of the most strategically sensitive regions in the world. Energy resources, political alliances, and historic rivalries all converge within its borders. When tensions rise here, the consequences rarely remain local. Major powers across the globe often become involved in complex ways. Today, the region once again stands at the center of international attention. Modern warfare increasingly depends on sophisticated defense systems. Israel's air defense network is designed to intercept threats within seconds. These systems combine radar tracking, artificial intelligence, and high-speed missiles. When activated, they can respond faster than human reaction times. Yet even the most advanced systems face enormous pressure during large-scale conflict. Drone technology has transformed the nature of modern warfare. Iran has invested heavily in developing a wide range of unmanned aerial systems. These drones can perform reconnaissance missions or carry precision-guided weapons. Their relatively low cost makes them particularly effective in prolonged conflicts. For military planners around the world, drone warfare has become impossible to ignore. On the ground, military convoys continue moving across strategic locations. These movements often appear routine, but each one carries tactical significance. Equipment, personnel, and supplies are constantly repositioned based on evolving intelligence. Such operations are designed to ensure readiness for unexpected developments. In uncertain times, preparation becomes the most valuable asset. One of the most important choke points in global trade lies within the Strait of Hormuz. A large portion of the world's oil supply travels through this narrow waterway. Any disruption here would immediately affect global markets and energy security. Because of its importance, the strait remains heavily monitored by multiple naval forces. In times of tension, even small incidents can have enormous consequences. Large military transport aircraft are designed to move entire armies across continents. Inside these enormous machines, vehicles, equipment, and personnel can be deployed within hours. During periods of geopolitical tension, these flights become increasingly frequent. Every mission reflects a careful calculation made by defense planners. Logistics often determines how quickly nations can respond to sudden crises. Air superiority remains one of the most critical factors in modern warfare. Highly trained pilots operate some of the most advanced aircraft ever created. These machines combine speed, stealth, and precision targeting capabilities. Training exercises are conducted constantly to maintain combat readiness. Every maneuver in the sky prepares pilots for scenarios that may unfold without warning. Ballistic missile technology plays a powerful role in strategic deterrence. These systems allow countries to strike targets far beyond their borders. Iran has spent decades expanding its missile capabilities. Each new development sends signals to both allies and adversaries. In the world of geopolitics, weapons often speak louder than words. Modern naval destroyers are equipped with sophisticated missile defense systems. Their radar networks can detect threats hundreds of miles away. These ships often serve as the first line of defense during maritime conflicts. Their crews operate under constant alert when tensions rise. Every system on board is designed to react instantly. The Middle East sits at the crossroads of multiple global interests. Political alliances, economic resources, and historical rivalries overlap here. When military movements begin increasing across the region, global attention follows. Nations thousands of miles away watch these developments closely. A regional conflict here rarely remains isolated for long. Ground forces remain essential in any large-scale military confrontation. Armored divisions are capable of moving rapidly across challenging terrain. Their firepower and mobility make them highly effective in combat scenarios. Training exercises are designed to simulate real battlefield conditions. Every maneuver prepares soldiers for situations that demand precision and speed. In narrow waterways, smaller naval vessels can play a significant strategic role. Iran's naval strategy often focuses on speed, mobility, and surprise. Fast patrol boats are capable of maneuvering quickly through tight maritime corridors. These vessels are frequently used to monitor strategic shipping routes. Their presence alone can influence the movement of global trade. Intelligence gathering forms the backbone of modern military strategy. Satellites, drones, and digital monitoring systems provide constant information. Analysts study thousands of images searching for unusual activity. Even small changes can signal larger developments. Information often determines how nations respond to unfolding events. Missile defense systems represent some of the most complex technologies ever developed. These systems must detect threats within seconds and respond instantly. Their success can prevent catastrophic destruction, but the challenge grows as new weapons become faster and more advanced. The race between attack and defense never truly stops. Military convoys represent the logistical backbone of deployed forces. They transport equipment, supplies, and personnel across vast distances. Each convoy moves with careful coordination and security. Air support often accompanies these movements to ensure safety. In hostile environments, even routine travel requires extreme caution. Energy routes remain among the most strategically important assets in the world. The Strait of Hormuz connects global markets to vital oil supplies. Any disruption here would immediately affect global markets and energy security. Because of this, naval forces maintain constant surveillance over the region. Security in these waters affects billions of people worldwide. Early warning systems are designed to detect threats long before they arrive. These radar networks scan the skies continuously. Operators monitor data that updates every second. Their job requires intense concentration and rapid decision-making. A single moment of delay could change the course of an entire conflict. Drone swarms represent a rapidly evolving aspect of modern warfare. Instead of relying on a single aircraft, multiple drones can operate together. Their coordination allows them to overwhelm traditional defense systems. Many military experts believe this technology will define future conflicts. Countries around the world are racing to master these capabilities. Aerial refueling extends the range of combat aircraft dramatically. Without landing, jets can remain in the sky for many additional hours. This capability allows military forces to project power across enormous distances. Air operations often depend on this complex coordination. Behind every mission lies an intricate system of support. Border security becomes increasingly critical during times of tension. Patrols intensify and defensive positions are reinforced. Soldiers remain alert to any unusual movement. Technology assists them with sensors, cameras, and radar systems. But human vigilance still plays a vital role. Ballistic missiles serve as powerful tools of strategic influence. Their ability to travel long distances makes them central to deterrence policies. Many nations invest heavily in developing these systems. Their presence alone can shift the balance of power. In geopolitics, perception often matters as much as capability. Aircraft carriers operate as floating command centers. They allow air operations to take place far from land bases. Each carrier carries dozens of aircraft and thousands of personnel. Their arrival in a region sends a powerful strategic message. Few military assets command such global attention. Geography often shapes the outcome of military operations. Mountain ranges, deserts, and narrow passes create natural challenges. Control of key routes becomes essential during conflicts. Forces moving through these landscapes must adapt quickly. Every terrain demands a different strategy. Behind the scenes, strategic planning continues day and night. Command centers analyze information gathered from around the world. Military leaders evaluate possible scenarios and responses. Each decision could influence millions of lives. The pressure inside these rooms is immense. Rapid deployment remains essential during emerging crises. Heavy transport aircraft allow forces to move quickly across continents. Entire units can be relocated within hours if necessary. These movements signal preparation for possible escalation. The speed of response can determine the outcome of conflict. Combat training ensures pilots remain ready for unexpected encounters. Exercises simulate the challenges of real aerial combat. Pilots must react instantly to changing conditions. Every maneuver demands precision and discipline. Their preparation often determines success in battle. Naval patrols increase whenever tensions escalate along critical waterways. These operations aim to protect territorial waters and shipping lanes. Ships move continuously across coastal regions. Their presence demonstrates military readiness. Even routine patrols can influence regional stability. Detection technology plays a central role in modern defense systems. Radar networks scan the sky and surrounding terrain constantly. They detect aircraft, missiles, and drones approaching from long distances. Operators rely on these signals to guide defensive responses. Without early detection, reaction time becomes dangerously limited. Military movements rarely happen by accident. Each deployment follows strategic planning and intelligence analysis. Convoys heading toward forward positions often signal growing readiness. Observers watch these developments closely. Every movement contributes to the larger picture. Across the Middle East, multiple forces now stand on alert. Air, land, and naval units remain ready for rapid response. Diplomatic negotiations continue, but uncertainty still hangs in the air. The world watches closely as events unfold day by day, and many now ask a question that once seemed impossible. Could this growing tension be the beginning of something far larger? Far from the public eye, powerful naval fleets continue moving across the world's oceans. Aircraft carriers operate like floating military bases capable of launching dozens of combat aircraft. When these massive ships begin moving toward sensitive regions, military analysts immediately take notice. Their arrival often signals that governments are preparing for possible escalation. These deployments rarely happen without careful strategic planning. For many observers, the positioning of such fleets suggests that tensions are entering a far more serious phase. In Israel, Air Force squadrons maintain one of the fastest response capabilities in the world. Pilots remain on constant standby, ready to launch within minutes if necessary. Training missions now take place more frequently as regional tensions continue rising. These aircraft represent some of the most advanced military technology ever built. Their speed and precision allow them to reach distant targets quickly. For Israeli commanders, maintaining aerial superiority remains a top priority. Iran's missile program has grown steadily over the past 2 decades. These long-range systems form a central pillar of the country's military strategy. Convoys carrying missile launchers often move between secure locations to avoid detection. Each deployment sends a clear signal of deterrence to rival nations. Military experts carefully study these movements for clues about future intentions. In the complex balance of power within the region, missiles remain a decisive factor. High above the landscape, surveillance drones quietly observe the ground below. These unmanned aircraft can remain airborne for many hours at a time. Their cameras provide constant intelligence about military movements across vast areas. Operators monitor live video feeds from thousands of miles away. Every convoy, aircraft, or unusual activity is recorded and analyzed. Information gathered through surveillance often shapes the decisions of military leaders. Ground forces are also beginning to reposition across several strategic locations. Armored vehicles move slowly across desert roads carrying troops and equipment. These convoys represent the logistical backbone of modern military operations. Without supplies and support, even the most powerful armies cannot function effectively. Each movement reflects careful planning by defense strategists. Observers understand that such preparations often precede larger developments. Air defense systems remain on constant alert across Israel. These technologies are designed to intercept incoming rockets or missiles within seconds. When activated, interceptor missiles launch rapidly toward their targets. The systems rely on powerful radar networks and advanced tracking algorithms. Their purpose is to prevent threats from reaching populated areas. In a region where attacks can happen suddenly, such defenses are essential. Along the Persian Gulf, naval patrols have become more frequent. Fast attack boats move rapidly across narrow waterways. These vessels are designed for speed and agility rather than size. Their crews constantly monitor shipping lanes and coastal zones. Such patrols demonstrate Iran's determination to protect its maritime territory. At the same time, they are closely watched by foreign naval forces operating nearby. Strategic bombers represent one of the most powerful elements of modern air forces. These aircraft are capable of flying enormous distances without landing. Their presence in the sky often serves as a signal of military strength. Bombers can carry advanced weapons designed for both conventional and strategic missions. Because of their reach, they play an important role in global deterrence. Their deployment is rarely ignored by rival nations. Transport aircraft allow military forces to move equipment across continents within hours. Large cargo planes carry vehicles, supplies, and personnel directly into operational zones. When several of these aircraft arrive at once, analysts begin to pay attention. Rapid deployment capability can dramatically change the balance of power. These operations are often conducted quietly without public announcements, yet their strategic importance is difficult to overlook. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the most important energy routes in the world. A significant portion of global oil supplies travels through these waters every day. Because of this, any military tension in the region quickly attracts global concern. Naval forces from several nations monitor the shipping lanes constantly. Even a small disruption here could affect markets around the world. For global economies, stability in this narrow corridor is essential. Logistics plays a critical role in modern warfare. Convoys like these transport equipment, fuel, and supplies necessary for sustained operations. Each vehicle in the line carries resources that frontline forces depend upon. Without strong logistical networks, even powerful armies struggle to operate effectively. Military planners therefore focus heavily on maintaining supply routes. The movement of these convoys often reveals how seriously nations are preparing for potential escalation. Combat aircraft remain one of the most visible symbols of military readiness. Israeli fighter pilots train constantly to maintain superior aerial capabilities. Their missions often include complex maneuvers and rapid response exercises. These aircraft combine advanced radar systems with precision weapons technology. Maintaining control of the skies has always been a decisive factor in warfare. For this reason, air forces remain among the most carefully prepared military units. Strategic missile forces form a major part of Iran's defensive strategy. These launch systems are capable of delivering powerful strikes across long distances. Their existence serves as both a warning and a deterrent to potential adversaries. Military analysts closely monitor such installations using satellite imagery. Every movement of these systems is studied for signs of escalation. In geopolitical conflicts, missiles often represent the ultimate strategic leverage. Modern naval destroyers combine speed with advanced defensive technology. These warships are equipped with radar systems capable of detecting threats hundreds of miles away. Missile defense platforms mounted on board provide protection against aerial attacks. Destroyers often escort aircraft carriers during high-risk deployments. Their crews remain ready to respond instantly to any potential threat. Such ships form an essential layer of maritime security. Reconnaissance drones have revolutionized intelligence gathering in modern conflicts. These unmanned aircraft can observe vast areas without placing pilots in danger. Their cameras capture detailed footage that analysts review carefully. The data helps governments understand how situations are evolving. Real-time intelligence provides decision-makers with critical insight. In many cases, information collected by drones prevents strategic surprises. Armored units continue training for scenarios that could emerge at any moment. Tanks provide powerful ground support during large-scale military operations. Their mobility allows forces to move quickly across difficult terrain. Training exercises ensure that crews remain prepared under intense conditions. Communication between vehicles must be precise and constant. Such preparation reflects the seriousness of the current regional climate. Naval forces along the Persian Gulf remain extremely active. Fast attack boats are designed to operate quickly within narrow maritime zones. These vessels patrol shipping routes and monitor foreign naval activity. Their mobility allows them to respond to incidents within minutes. Such patrols demonstrate a nation's determination to protect its territorial waters. In times of tension, even routine naval movements gain international attention. Surveillance aircraft provide another important layer of intelligence gathering. Equipped with powerful sensors, these planes monitor activities across large regions. Their instruments detect communication signals, radar emissions, and movement on the ground. The information collected is transmitted instantly to command centers. Military planners analyze these signals carefully. Every detail helps them anticipate possible developments. Missile defense systems must operate with extraordinary speed. When radar detects an incoming threat, interceptors launch within seconds. These missiles travel at incredible velocities to meet their targets in mid-air. Advanced guidance systems ensure accurate interception. The technology behind these systems represents decades of research. Their success can prevent devastating damage on the ground. Convoys continue transporting essential equipment across strategic routes. Each vehicle carries supplies that support deployed military units. Helicopters sometimes monitor these movements from above. Security teams remain alert for any unexpected threats. In remote environments, maintaining safe transportation corridors is critical. Such operations often reveal the scale of military preparation underway. Transport aircraft allow military forces to deploy rapidly across international distances. These massive planes can carry armored vehicles, helicopters, and thousands of kilograms of supplies. Once airborne, they can reach distant operational zones in just a few hours. Their arrival often signals significant logistical preparation. Military analysts track such flights closely. Each one offers clues about future strategic intentions. Early warning radar networks play a vital role in national defense. These installations continuously scan the skies for potential threats. Operators analyze radar signals around the clock. The systems are capable of detecting aircraft, drones, and ballistic missiles. Quick detection allows defensive measures to begin immediately. Without such warning systems, reaction time would be dangerously limited. Drone swarm technology is rapidly transforming modern warfare. Instead of relying on a single aircraft, multiple drones operate together as a coordinated system. This approach increases both flexibility and survivability. Swarm drones can gather intelligence or deliver precision strikes. Several nations are developing similar capabilities. The future battlefield may increasingly depend on autonomous machines. Aerial refueling allows fighter jets to remain airborne for extended missions. Tankers transfer fuel while both aircraft continue flying at high altitude. This complex maneuver requires precise coordination between pilots. Once refueled, combat aircraft can travel far beyond their normal range. Such capability allows military forces to operate globally. Air power therefore remains a crucial element of strategic deterrence. Border security becomes even more important during times of tension. Patrol units move along defensive positions watching for unusual activity. Advanced sensors and cameras assist them in monitoring large areas. Yet human observation still plays a critical role. Even small incidents can escalate quickly in sensitive regions. Maintaining vigilance helps prevent sudden surprises. Strategic missile launchers are designed for rapid deployment. Once positioned, they can prepare for launch within minutes. These systems serve as a powerful symbol of deterrence. Their presence forces rival nations to consider the consequences of escalation. Military planners carefully calculate the balance of power. Weapons like these shape strategic decisions on both sides. Carrier-based aviation enables powerful air operations far from land. Fighter jets launch from the moving deck using powerful catapult systems. Within minutes, they are airborne and heading toward mission zones. These aircraft provide both defensive and offensive capabilities. Their presence expands military reach across entire regions. For this reason, aircraft carriers remain among the most influential assets at sea. Mountain terrain presents unique challenges for military logistics. Convoys must move slowly along winding roads and steep passes. Helicopters monitor the route from above to ensure security. These operations require constant coordination between ground and air units. Maintaining safe passage through such terrain is essential. Supply routes remain the lifeline of any deployed force. Inside command centers, analysts track developments across the globe. Large digital displays show military movements in real time. Officers discuss potential scenarios and response strategies. Every decision must consider political as well as military consequences. Strategic planning often continues throughout the night. The weight of global security rests on the judgments made in these rooms. Large-scale deployments require enormous logistical coordination. Heavy vehicles must be carefully secured inside transport aircraft. Ground crews work quickly to prepare each plane for departure. These operations may appear routine but carry significant strategic meaning. Observers watch them closely for signs of escalation. Each movement contributes to the broader military picture. Air combat training remains one of the most demanding aspects of military preparation. Pilots must react instantly to changing situations in the sky. Advanced aircraft allow them to perform maneuvers that were once impossible. Every training flight strengthens coordination between pilots and ground controllers. These exercises prepare them for scenarios that could unfold without warning. Maintaining aerial dominance remains a central strategic objective. Naval patrols ensure security along vital coastal infrastructure. Warships monitor shipping lanes and strategic harbors. Radar systems continuously track vessels approaching the port. Their presence helps maintain control over territorial waters. Such operations are common during periods of regional tension. They demonstrate readiness while maintaining maritime order. Radar networks form the backbone of modern defense systems. These installations detect aircraft and missiles approaching from great distances. Technicians analyze signals continuously inside control bunkers. The data helps commanders respond quickly to potential threats. Without early detection, defensive systems would have little time to react. Technology like this provides nations with critical situational awareness. Across the region, military units continue repositioning quietly. Convoys transport equipment toward forward operating bases. Helicopters and surveillance drones monitor the surrounding area. Each movement adds to the growing sense of preparation. Observers around the world follow these developments closely. The situation appears to be building toward a decisive moment. As night falls across the region, the atmosphere remains tense. Air patrols continue while naval fleets hold their positions at sea. Diplomatic discussions attempt to prevent further escalation. Yet military forces on all sides remain fully prepared. The balance between peace and conflict has rarely been more delicate. The world now watches carefully to see what the next move will be. Across the region, military deployments continue increasing. Carrier strike groups move closer to strategic waters. These powerful fleets carry aircraft capable of rapid response. Their presence signals that tensions are entering a more serious phase. Israeli air patrols expand across sensitive airspace. Pilots remain on constant standby for emergency missions. Each patrol monitors the skies for potential threats. Maintaining air readiness has become increasingly important. Missile forces remain a key element of Iran's military strategy. Launch systems move between secured locations. Satellite surveillance closely tracks these movements. Each deployment influences the balance of power. Surveillance drones observe vast areas of the region. Their cameras reveal activity across remote terrain. Analysts study the footage, searching for unusual patterns. Information gathered helps guide military planning. Ground forces conduct exercises preparing for possible escalation. Armored units practice coordination with air support. Training simulates complex battlefield conditions. Preparation ensures rapid response if tensions increase. Naval patrol activity intensifies across the Persian Gulf. Fast attack boats monitor shipping routes and coastal areas. These vessels respond quickly to potential incidents. Their presence adds tension to crowded waterways. Strategic bombers conduct long-distance patrol missions. These aircraft demonstrate enormous global reach. Aerial refueling allows them to remain airborne for hours. Such flights reinforce military deterrence. Air defense systems remain on constant alert. Radar networks detect incoming threats within seconds. Interceptor missiles launch to destroy hostile targets. These technologies protect critical locations. Convoys transport equipment across difficult terrain. Mountain routes require careful coordination. Helicopters monitor the movement from above. Supply routes remain essential for military readiness. Transport aircraft deliver equipment to forward bases. These missions strengthen military presence in the region. Heavy vehicles arrive ready for deployment. Logistics operations continue expanding. Air combat training pushes pilots to their limits. Modern jets perform extreme maneuvers in the sky. Pilots practice responding to simulated threats. These exercises maintain combat readiness. Naval forces protect strategic ports and shipping routes. Warships monitor vessels approaching the coastline. Radar systems track activity across open waters. Such patrols reinforce maritime security. Radar networks serve as the early warning system. They detect aircraft and missiles across vast distances. Technicians monitor signals continuously. Early detection allows rapid defensive response. Inside command centers, analysts evaluate global intelligence. Digital displays track aircraft and naval movements. Strategists discuss potential scenarios carefully. Every decision carries enormous responsibility. Across the region, military units continue repositioning. Convoys deliver equipment towards strategic bases. Air patrols monitor the routes from above. Preparations continue quietly behind the scenes. Air patrol missions grow longer and more frequent. Pilots monitor sensitive airspace across the region. Advanced radar systems track every movement in the sky. Control of the air remains a critical advantage. Missile systems remain central to regional military strategy. Each launcher represents long-range strike capability. Movements between bases are carefully monitored. These deployments shape the balance of power. Carrier-based aviation expands operational reach across the region. Jets launch within minutes from the moving deck. These aircraft provide both patrol and strike capability. Their presence strengthens naval power. Drones continue observing activity across remote terrain. Their sensors reveal movements invisible from the ground. Analysts search for patterns within the footage. Information gathered helps guide military planning. Ground forces conduct training under increasingly realistic conditions. Armored units prepare for complex battlefield scenarios. Coordination between air and ground forces is essential. Preparation ensures rapid response if conflict expands. Naval patrols intensify across the Persian Gulf. Fast attack boats monitor shipping routes carefully. Crowded waterways increase the risk of confrontation. Each patrol reflects rising tension. Strategic bombers demonstrate global reach and power. Their missions extend across enormous distances. Aerial refueling allows hours of continuous flight. These patrols reinforce deterrence. Air defense systems operate with incredible speed. Radar networks detect threats within seconds. Interceptor missiles neutralize incoming targets. These systems protect critical locations. Logistics convoys move equipment toward forward bases. Mountain routes require careful coordination. Helicopter escorts monitor potential threats. Supply lines remain the lifeline of military forces. Transport aircraft continue reinforcing strategic bases. Heavy vehicles arrive ready for deployment. Logistics operations operate around the clock. Preparation continues quietly across the region. Air combat training tests the limits of both pilots and machines. Modern jets perform extreme aerial maneuvers. Pilots practice responding instantly to threats. Maintaining aerial superiority remains vital. Warships guard key maritime infrastructure. Radar systems monitor ships approaching the coast. Naval patrols demonstrate strength and readiness. Maritime security remains essential. Radar installations scan the skies continuously. They detect aircraft and missiles at long range. Technicians analyze signals around the clock. Early detection ensures rapid defensive response. Command centers coordinate intelligence from across the globe. Analysts monitor aircraft, ships, and troop movements. Strategists evaluate possible scenarios. Every decision carries global consequences. Logistics operations expand across multiple bases. Transport aircraft carry vehicles and equipment worldwide. Ground crews prepare aircraft rapidly. Such movements often reveal strategic intent. Border patrols increase as tensions rise. Soldiers monitor defensive lines around the clock. Advanced sensors support their surveillance efforts. Even small incidents can escalate quickly. Missile forces remain a powerful strategic deterrent. Launch systems prepare for rapid deployment. Their presence influences regional military planning. Deterrence aims to prevent conflict through strength. Carrier strike groups maintain continuous flight operations. Jets launch quickly from the moving deck. These aircraft extend air power far beyond land bases. Naval aviation strengthens regional deterrence. Military convoys continue moving across remote terrain. Supplies reach forward operating bases daily. Air patrols monitor routes from above. Preparation continues quietly. As night spreads across the region, military forces remain on alert. Aircraft patrol the skies while fleets hold position at sea. Diplomatic efforts continue behind closed doors. The next decisions may determine the future of the conflict. As tensions continue rising across the region, military forces remain deployed at unprecedented levels. Carrier strike groups patrol strategic waters day and night. These fleets carry enormous firepower capable of responding within minutes. Their presence reflects how seriously global powers are preparing for possible escalation. Air patrol missions expand across sensitive airspace. Pilots monitor radar systems continuously for potential threats. Every movement in the sky is tracked carefully. Control of the air remains one of the most decisive factors in modern warfare. Missile forces continue repositioning across hidden military bases. These weapons represent powerful deterrence capabilities. Their deployment sends strong signals across the region. Strategic missile systems remain central to military planning. Surveillance technology now plays a critical role in modern conflict. High-altitude drones observe vast areas of terrain. Their cameras capture movements invisible to ground forces. Information gathered through these missions shapes strategic decisions. Ground forces continue preparing for potential confrontation. Armored divisions conduct exercises simulating battlefield conditions. Coordination between air and ground units is constantly tested. Military readiness remains a top priority. Naval patrols intensify throughout the Persian Gulf. These waters remain one of the world's most strategically important corridors. Fast attack boats monitor shipping routes closely. Even minor incidents in these waters could escalate quickly. Strategic bombers demonstrate the global reach of modern air power. These aircraft can travel thousands of kilometers without landing. Their presence signals powerful deterrence capabilities. Such patrols remind rivals of the consequences of escalation. Air defense systems remain on constant alert. Radar networks scan the skies for potential threats. Interceptor missiles launch within seconds of detection. These systems protect vital military and civilian infrastructure. Logistics convoys move equipment toward forward bases. Mountain routes require careful coordination and protection. Helicopters monitor the movement from above. Supply chains remain the backbone of military operations. Transport aircraft deliver equipment across the region every day. Heavy vehicles arrive ready for immediate deployment. Logistics operations expand rapidly during periods of tension. These movements strengthen military readiness. Air patrols continue throughout the region as tensions remain high. Pilots monitor the skies for any unexpected developments. Each mission demonstrates readiness and discipline. Air superiority remains one of the most decisive advantages. Naval forces maintain strong presence along strategic coastlines. Warships monitor shipping lanes and nearby naval movements. These patrols reinforce national security in sensitive waters. Maritime control remains essential during geopolitical tensions. Radar systems form the backbone of modern defense networks. These installations detect aircraft and missiles at long distances. Technicians analyze signals around the clock. Early detection allows rapid response to emerging threats. Around the world, news organizations follow every development closely. Global audiences watch carefully as tensions unfold. Military movements quickly become international headlines. The possibility of wider conflict captures global attention. Inside command centers, leaders analyze vast streams of intelligence. Digital maps display aircraft, ships, and troop movements. Strategists carefully evaluate possible scenarios. Every decision made here could influence global stability. Logistics operations continue expanding across military bases. Transport aircraft carry equipment across long distances. Ground crews work quickly to prepare each mission. These movements demonstrate how seriously nations prepare. Border security remains critical during periods of tension. Soldiers patrol defensive positions around the clock. Advanced surveillance technology supports their efforts. Even minor incidents along borders can escalate quickly. Missile forces continue maintaining readiness across multiple bases. Launch systems prepare for rapid deployment if necessary. These weapons serve as strategic deterrents. Their presence shapes regional military calculations. Carrier strike groups continue operating across international waters. Jets launch quickly from the moving deck. These aircraft provide both defensive and offensive capabilities. Naval aviation extends air power across vast distances. Convoys transport supplies towards strategic locations. Military operations depend heavily on reliable logistics. Helicopter escorts protect routes from above. Every shipment strengthens operational readiness. Surveillance aircraft provide additional layers of intelligence gathering. Their sensors monitor large regions from high altitude. Collected data flows directly to military command centers. Information helps leaders anticipate future developments. Air combat exercises push pilots and aircraft to their limits. Modern fighter jets perform extraordinary maneuvers. Training ensures rapid response to unexpected threats. Maintaining readiness remains essential. Naval fleets patrol key waterways connecting global trade routes. Ships maintain watch across crowded maritime corridors. These waters hold enormous strategic importance. Control of sea routes affects global commerce. Diplomatic efforts continue alongside military preparations. Leaders attempt to prevent escalation through negotiations. International meetings seek peaceful solutions. Diplomacy remains the final path to stability. Global markets react quickly to rising geopolitical tensions. Investors watch developments with growing concern. Economic stability often depends on regional peace. Conflict can ripple through the global economy. Space-based satellites monitor developments from orbit. These systems track military movements worldwide. High-resolution imagery reveals activity on the ground. Such intelligence guides international decision-making. Beyond politics and strategy, civilians face the greatest risks. Humanitarian organizations prepare for potential crises. Aid supplies reach vulnerable communities. Protecting civilians remains a global priority. Military logistics expand across international bases. Transport aircraft move equipment rapidly across continents. These missions strengthen strategic positioning. Preparation continues behind the scenes. As night falls across the region, military forces remain on alert. Aircraft patrol the skies while fleets hold their positions. The balance between peace and conflict grows increasingly fragile. Global attention remains focused on what comes next. A new day begins across the region. Military forces remain prepared for any outcome. Diplomatic channels continue working behind the scenes. Hope remains that tensions will not escalate further. The situation extends far beyond a single region. Global alliances shape how nations respond. Diplomatic and military strategies intertwine. The world watches carefully as events unfold. Military power remains visible across land, sea, and air. Each deployment signals determination and readiness. Yet every display of strength carries risk. The challenge lies in preventing escalation. For millions of civilians, daily life continues despite global tension. Cities remain filled with ordinary routines. People hope stability will prevail. Peace remains the outcome most desired by all. History has shown that moments of tension can lead to either conflict or diplomacy. The decisions made by leaders today will shape tomorrow's world. The balance between war and peace often hangs by a fragile thread. Humanity continues hoping that wisdom will prevail. In a world connected by technology, trade, and shared challenges, global stability matters more than ever. Conflicts in one region can influence the entire planet. The hope remains that diplomacy will overcome confrontation, because the future of peace ultimately depends on the choices humanity makes today.